Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the English podcast with Mandy and Mark. I'm so happy to have you join us today as we dive into a delicious new topic.
That's right. Today, we're talking about everyone's favorite subject, food. We'll be sharing our favorite dishes, exploring different types of cuisine, and learning useful phrases to talk about what we love to eat.
Learning English should be fun and engaging, and what better way than to talk about something we all enjoy? Be sure to stay tuned until the end of the episode, where we'll have some fun exercises and encourage you to practice your English in the comments section.
We believe that practicing speaking is crucial for improving your fluency. So, get ready to join our conversation and learn some interesting vocabulary along the way.
So, Mark, I'm really curious to know what are some of your absolute favorite foods? Are you more of a pizza and burger person, or do you prefer something a bit more adventurous?
Well, I definitely enjoy a good burger now and then, but I'd have to say I'm a big fan of Italian food. Give me a big plate of pasta with some garlic bread, and I'm a happy man.
Oh, I can definitely relate to that. Pasta is just so comforting and versatile. Do you have a particular type of pasta sauce you prefer?
I'm a sucker for a classic tomato sauce, especially if it's made with fresh tomatoes. What about you, Mandy? What are some of your go-to dishes?
That's a tough one. I'm a big fan of Asian cuisine, especially Thai food. The blend of spicy, sweet, and sour flavors is just incredible. I could eat pad thai every day.
I've never actually tried pad thai, but I've heard great things about it. What exactly is in it?
It's a noodle dish with tofu, vegetables, and often shrimp or chicken, all tossed in a flavorful tamarind sauce. It's absolutely delicious.
That sounds amazing. I'll have to give it a try sometime. Speaking of trying new foods, what's the most unusual thing you've ever eaten?
Ooh, that's a fun question. Once, when I was traveling in Southeast Asia, I tried durian fruit. It's known for its very strong smell. Some say it smells like smelly socks, but surprisingly, I kind of liked the taste.
Wow, I've heard about durian. I'm not sure I'm brave enough to try it myself, though. I'm more of a picky eater, I think.
That's okay. Everyone has their own preferences. What's something you definitely wouldn't eat, no matter what?
I'm not a big fan of seafood, especially things like octopus or squid. It's just not my thing.
I understand that. I have a friend who's vegetarian, so she avoids all types of meat. It's interesting how our dietary choices can be so different.
It really is. But that's what makes talking about food so interesting. Everyone has their own unique tastes and experiences.
Exactly. And it's a great way to learn about different cultures, too. Food is such an important part of so many traditions.
Absolutely. Now I'm getting hungry just thinking about all this delicious food.
Me too. I think it's time for a snack break after this.
Sounds like a plan. But first, let's make sure our listeners are following along. We use some interesting vocabulary while talking about our food preferences.
You're right. Let's break down some of those words and phrases for everyone. All right, let's dive into some of the vocabulary we used while discussing our food favorites. Mark, why don't you start us off with the first word?
Sure. We talked about being a big fan of certain foods. This simply means you really enjoy or love something. For example, I'm a big fan of chocolate ice cream.
That's a great one. And I mentioned that pasta is comforting, which means it makes you feel good and relaxed, especially when you're feeling down or stressed.
We also use the word versatile, which describes something that can be used in many different ways. Pasta is versatile because you can have it with so many different sauces and ingredients.
Good one. When we talked about Thai food, I described the flavors as a blend of spicy, sweet, and sour. Blend means a mixture of different things that combine well together.
I mentioned that pad thai was tossed in a tamarind sauce. Tossed means mixed together, usually with a light, tossing motion.
And speaking of trying new foods, we talked about something being unusual, which means different or not commonly encountered. Durian fruit is definitely unusual, both in smell and taste.
That's for sure. I admitted to being a picky eater, which means someone who is selective or fussy about the food they will eat.
And when discussing foods we don't like, we use the phrase, "not my thing." This is a casual way of saying you don't enjoy or prefer something.
Right. We also talked about someone being vegetarian, which means they don't eat any meat, including chicken, beef, pork, or fish.
Excellent. And finally, we mentioned dietary choices, referring to the decisions people make about the food they consume based on preference, health, or other factors.
Great job, everyone. We hope these explanations help you expand your English vocabulary.
Now it's time to put your listening skills to the test. We've prepared a few questions about our conversation. Be sure to share your answers in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
Okay, let's start with an easy one. What type of cuisine does Mark say he is a big fan of?
All right. And what is Mandy's favorite Asian cuisine?
Good one. What unusual fruit did Mandy try while traveling?
And for a slightly more challenging question, why do you think it's important to be open to trying new foods? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Today, we explored the delicious world of food, talking about our likes, dislikes, and even some unusual culinary experiences. Remember, practicing vocabulary related to everyday topics like food can really boost your fluency.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to use the new words and phrases we've covered today in your own conversations. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become in your English skills. And that's a wrap on another episode of the English Podcast with Mandy and Mark. Thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the episode and subscribe to our channel for more English learning content. We'd love to hear your thoughts on today's topic, so be sure to leave a comment below. See you next time.